I'm fascinated with your comedy before you were married to after you were married, and then with kids, and the fact that you would just like make stuff up before you were married, because nobody was going to know, right? You can make up a joke about a girl and it won't matter. But like, you clearly can't because you're married now.
In my act, I had like 90 ex-wives.
Well, first off, have you ever made a joke about me?
Have I made a joke about Danica Patrick? You know what? I think I did. I think, what did I? Yeah, I said that Danica Patrick, I go, holy smokes, she's good. I said, she's good look. And now all the NASCAR drivers are going to have windshield wipers on the inside of the car. and then what was in this? I think another one was about pole setter, but I can't remember how it went.
That's a good one. On the pole. Danica's on the pole again.
Yeah, no, I never did that one. It was something about pole setter, but it was I can't remember what it was for. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Oh, but I think I only did 2 or 3 of them. I'll tell you a funny story though. Remember when we went down to, you and I were like, you were the Grand Marshal and I was also doing something. We were the 2 big guests at the big race there in Louisiana, I think it was. Or no, it was at the football game. Yeah.
It was like at a race I probably wouldn't have been able to, but
it was at a bowl game.
That's right. Was it in Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
maybe?
And it was funny because you and I were kind of hanging out, and then you went up, did your deal. And you said a couple of jokes about me, and then I went up and did my deal, did a couple of Danica Patrick jokes. I think one of them might have been windshield wipers on the inside of the car. And anyway, and then they said something, interviewed me, but we both said something nice about each other. And I just thought this was so funny. I was cleaning out my mail the other day, and I have stuff all the way back from 2012. So I'm just getting rid of stuff. And I come across an article from that thing, and it was some gossip column in Hollywood. And it said, could there be a new romance in the making? And it said the chemistry between Danica Patrick and Larry. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember this article. And I showed my wife, and we just got to laughing about it. It was so hilarious.
That's amazing. I'm sure your wife has a good sense of humor herself.
Oh, she's
into a comedian. But I'm so like, so what would be an example? Like, was there some certain jokes before you were married that would just like bring the house down that were total lies?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Or maybe based on truth, maybe.
Maybe just a small nugget of truth, a small nugget. But I would go, these are so far back. I'm trying to remember. I've had like.
Hang on, are you Larry? Are you Larry in these jokes?
Oh yeah, if I can remember them, I'll be Larry. I'm trying to think if I can remember from way back then. Now you're talking about my first album that literally was from like 1999 or 2000. I'm trying to remember some of those jokes about, I dated this gal. She had one boob bigger than the other boob. We got in a wet t-shirt contest. She took first, third place on that damn thing. And I told her, there's all kind. I can't remember that far back. What was one? My sister-in-law. My sister-in-law got married last week, and now she's pregnant. She didn't even tell her husband. That she was pregnant because he'd kind of gotten used to her throwing up after they had sex now, so they can't, but everything. I made up all kinds of, I made up brothers, I made up sisters, see, that was the cool thing about back then. It was so free. I mean, I could make up family members and all that stuff. And I did have a little dilemma because when I got married, I thought, oh man, I don't want to be I'm out with this girl last night, or I was up at the strip club last week, or I was, because that was like, well, even if it's made up, I don't want to, because I'm married now. So I don't want people to go,
respectful. And we've already established from the very beginning that you're a very kind guy and that you like people to feel comfortable. So the last thing you want to do is make your wife feel like she's not important or not.
Oh my gosh. I literally had to get rid of anything like that. I did ex-girlfriend jokes. I didn't do ex-wife jokes anymore because everybody knew this was my first wife in real life. And that was the first time, though, Danica, that was really weird for me, because that was the first time that the character blended in with me, with my real life. Before, everything was fake.